that's what that is the mantra of my life. And all that Peery is about.
Right.
The method that you said, that you participate in and that I wrote is just all about.
I'm Becky Brower, and I'm a Sendy mom. Welcome to the Sendy Mom Podcast.
Welcome to the Sendy Mom Podcast. I am so excited to be here with my friend Christie Skousen. And I don't know if I introduced you as Christie Peery Skousen, because that just kind of gives people some context, I guess. But,
yeah. Either way.
Yeah. But she is a good friend of mine from piano stuff. So she is incredible pianist herself, but teacher of teachers and teacher of students who have done some incredible things, have gone on to Peabody, right? And Juilliard and Eastman and all the great musical schools in the nation and probably international as well. So done some really incredible things. So we're going to kind of unpack a little bit about that and how she got to where she is. But also just a dear friend. And she's been a real good support to me. I did the Peery Music School teacher training, probably, I don't know, it's been 2 years ago or I finished it or something like that. And it totally revolutionized the way that I teach and the way that I play.
Oh,
for sure. It's like incredible. So,
thanks,
and
Becky.
I keep doing that. Like I just had a student the other day who was, he was just getting really sloppy. Like he's only 9 and he's doing this concertino and it's just really sloppy. And I was like, okay, we need to go back to muscle builders.
That's right.
Okay, hammering every day. Right. Build those muscles.
Right.
But it's a really cool system, honestly, that really works. Like if you do it consistently, I swear by it. It totally revolutionized the way I played. So
thank you. That's huge.
Yeah. So
I appreciate that.
So just give me a little bit of background about where you went to school and what you're doing now.
Okay. I grew up primarily in Provo. Okay. So I was here in Utah from 4th grade to 12th grade.
Okay.
And then I went to school at Peabody, which is part of the Johns Hopkins University. And I was a piano major there, a student of Leon Fleischer. I was the only freshman admitted that year in his studio, and it was a little bit intimidating. I sometimes wonder, my mom will wonder this too, if I was a little young, jumping into the big pool. I don't know. But yeah, so I got my bachelor's of music there. And then I moved back to Utah and started teaching to pay off student loans.
Yeah.
Because I paid for school myself. I thought that's how you did it.
Wow. Okay, we're gonna have to talk about that a little bit, because that's a lot of money, right?
It was a lot of money.
Yeah. But how did you? I guess you financed it afterwards with teaching, right?
Yeah. I grew up my parents are super supportive, and they gave us, for sure, a privileged growing up. Both of them are teachers. It's not like we were super rich or poor. We were solid middle class. But one of the things that they just instilled in us, and I just thought it was normal. It took me years of parenting to realize that everybody was raised like this. Was at 18, you're on your own.
Right.
Yeah. So that was just normal. And it's not a punishment. It's not a threat. It's just, you got this.
It's actually an opportunity.
It's an opportunity.
Yeah. And that's kind of how I was raised too.
Okay.
And I've actually tried to do that with my kids. It's harder now. It feels like, because you hear about what everybody else does and you compare, and your kids are comparing too.
Exactly correct. Right? Yes. So they're like, why are we the only ones that have our full college paid for? And you're like, oh, is that a thing?
I know. People do that.
A 501k? Like, why would you need it?
I know.
You're paying for your own college. Like, am I paying for this?
This is what we do.
Right.
I know.
Right.
And it's actually really good for you, right? It teaches you some resilience and independence, and you feel really good about yourself.
I thought it worked out. Like, I don't know. I think one of the other things that happened in our house was we all started working, teaching piano when we were 9. It wasn't just me; it was my brothers too. That was just a normal thing.
Okay.
So you start teaching and making money, and
then you take care of all of your stuff.
yeah, and then you
Yeah.
so any extra stuff you want, you pay for.
Right?
So
Yeah.
so I actually. It was really beneficial for me. I liked earning money. Like you said, it gave me confidence. It seemed like an opportunity.
Yeah.
It gave me a sense of freedom. So if, for example, one of my purchases, I think I was in junior high or high school, I bought a cockatoo. Why? You would never tell
A cockatoo, like a real cockatoo.
Yeah, like a huge bird.
No way.
Like a
Oh my
tropical
gosh.
bird. And I think it was like $1,000, but I had saved up, and it stayed in my room in this huge cage, and it would fly around.
And they're so loud,
They're
too.
so
That's
And
great.
any other parent would say, like, you're not getting a cockatoo.
Yeah.
But I was like, guess who has the money for
Yeah,
a cockatoo?
I have my cockatoo. That is so funny. Oh my goodness! You know, we used to call my youngest son a cockatoo because his hair would stick
Go
up
up.
all the time,
Yeah, that's what
and he
cockatoos,
sounded
yeah.
like ah.
Yes, you know exactly. Yes.
Well, we lived in Australia for like 5 years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so we heard cockatoos like every day. That
Okay.
between that and the magpies were actually really pretty to listen to. Like they had really beautiful songs, but they were so annoying, and they would dive at you, and they had like attacks of magpies sometimes in Australia that were really dangerous. So yeah, it was
They're
kind
aggressive.
Yeah, they are super aggressive. But those cockatoos, I loved them. I thought they were so funny.
They're such lovely birds,
Yes.
but they scream at the end of every day.
They really
to say,
do.
the day's done. And you're like, wow.
Did it keep you up at night?
No, it just go around at night, or right before bed. It would start to yell,
Okay.
and then it would kind of fly around the room. I'd leave a fine dust storm. Why did you want to do that? I haven't talked about my cockatoo forever. Her name was Puffy, but
Puffy the cockatoo.
And then she'd put herself into her cage, and I'd shut it. Like on the day during the day, she'd stay up at the top. There's a little log there, and then at night she would scream and then go into bed.
And she'd just stay in your room.
And just stay in my room. And I think she was kind of lonely. I don't think she got enough social. Then when I went to college, she died like 2 years later. I think she was just too lonely.
Yeah, probably.
Because they're supposed to live like 80 years.
And that didn't drive your parents crazy?
I mean, they did give a lot of freedom. I don't even remember it being a discussion. I remember it was like, I said, how did I even think of it? I don't know, because we had dogs and cats and everything, and I'm allergic to everything, and I just thought that would be a good. I don't remember why it came into my head, and it was so expensive. I don't remember anything, but okay, I'll drive you to the store to buy the cockatoo,
and you take care of it.
And I think they trusted me that I would take care of it.
And actually, that's kind of a good thing to do for kids to let them, like if my kids have a passion for something, I am all on board, because I think stoking the flames of any passion is going to help them to grow and to make decisions for themselves about what they actually really love to do.
Yes.
So I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
so it sounds like your parents gave you a lot of freedom and a lot of and built your confidence in that way. So what are some of the other things that your parents did for you? And your mom too is famous in her own right.
Yes.
So she has done a lot of stuff. So tell me a little bit about your mom and your dad too. And what you grew up with.
Okay, my mom and dad, they, Irene Peery she's Irene Peery Fox now. Irene Weiss is her maiden name. And my dad is Craig Peery. They met in New York. So he was going to Columbia and she was going to Juilliard. So that tells you they're a little highly intense right there.
Yeah.
He was her home teacher, and they got married and had my older brother while still in New York, and then moved out to White Plains. That's when I was born. Okay. And then they moved to Logan. After that, my dad got a job at Utah State, and my mom got a job there eventually after they moved. So she started working at Utah State teaching piano, and then my younger brother was born. So there's 3 of us total. My dad was raised in Salt Lake. He is.
What does he do for his profession?
He was a teacher. All growing up, he taught at BYU and in child development, family sciences.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then later he went back and so he had his 3 degrees from Columbia in psychology.
Okay.
And then, taught at BYU. and later went back to school and got his master's of social work so he could be a therapist.
Yep.
And did Jungian therapy, wanted to be a Jungian therapist, analyst, I think is what they're called. And went and lived in Switzerland near Bollingen, where Jung lived. And really, he did a lot of training. I don't think he ever completed his training.
Okay.
But he's now retired, but he was a therapist in his later years.
Okay.
So he was a professor for my whole growing up. And then in child development, he would use us as test subjects, like observations and doing the IQ tests and behavioral things. And
what did you think of that?
And that was normal.
Okay. Like it didn't bother you, like, stop therapying me, Dad.
No, I probably like it. Like, I think it's nice. Yeah. He's so wise and really a sensitive, intuitive person. Yeah. And so, I thought that fit him really well.
Yeah.
And then my mom was going to Juilliard. She got her bachelor's and master's there, and then her doctorate.
Okay.
At Peabody later when I was in grade school.
Oh, okay.
So that was, and talk about a sending mom.
I know.
I don't think there's a sending mom.
You could maybe. She talked
that
to
would
me.
be fun. That would actually be really lovely.
Would be kind of fun. I know.
We should ask.
Yeah, let's just ask her. Okay, ask her because I think that'd be fun.
She's incredible.
Yeah.
Just incredible. I mean, she was getting her, the famous lore story is she was pregnant with me when she was performing in Carnegie Hall. Wow. So it's like, I'm child 2, so just remember that. And pregnant, and sure, I'll still...
Of course. You want me to play in Carnegie? Well, who's going to turn down in Carnegie Hall?
Like, still, like the practice and the toddler at home, and I don't know, because we're only 18 months apart, so she had basically just a tiny baby while she's practicing and could figure it all out. So that's the womb I was brought into, hearing that practice and constant.
So did you ever feel the pressure to perform and to be, was it hard to feel, I don't know, expectations? Were there high expectations for you?
So again, it's like you're just born into what you're born into, and you don't know any different. And I don't. I think you can start seeing, discovering some of those effects later. Mm-hmm. So I can tell you, growing up, it felt really great. Growing up, I clearly loved music, and that's still true.
Yeah,
I really love it. It's a magical. I think it's the most magical creative force in the universe.
It is.
Right?
Yeah, it's the language of emotion.
Yes.
Really. Yeah, it's beautiful. And we can draw so many parallels between music and life.
Yes.
So many.
Yes.
That it's just this beautiful common denominator that can have this force in all cultures everywhere. So I love it.
Totally.
Did your brothers play as well?
Yeah, so that was another, I guess we had certain rules that seemed normal at the time. Yeah. And maybe they were a little intense. One of the rules was you had to practice 2 hours a day.
Okay. From the time you were how old?
I don't remember.
Like you've done it as long as you can remember.
Well, I was practicing, until 9th grade. So 9th grade, you had to be practicing 2 hours a day. That was just a requirement. It's like you brush your teeth, you make your bed, you practice 2 hours a day. It's just like one of the list.
And nobody fought back on that.
I mean, my brothers did.
Like, this sounds like a very abnormal family to me, but
no, I think my younger brother spent like a good hour 45 on the floor, just like, I have a stomach ache, and I just started like, why are you doing? That's still an hour 45 wasted,
right?
Just get on the bench and do the thing.
I tell my kids that all the time. Okay, well, you can get it done in 5 minutes,
right?
Or you could get it done in an hour and 5 minutes, or 2 hours and 5 minutes. It doesn't matter. Just go do it.
Yeah, why are you kicking against the pricks?
Right.
It's not changing. It did not change. They did not let down.
Yeah.
So those two, but they both got really good.
Yeah.
In 2 hours a day for that long, and really competitive. I mean, both of my brothers are musically talented and attached to music in different ways. My younger brother is a musician. That's what he does now.
Okay.
So he ended up majoring in it for his undergrad in recording arts and bass performance.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got an MBA and did, corporate stuff, and then was a stay-at-home dad for a while. And now, as his kids are older, he's back to playing bass again. He's a gig musician. He plays with the
orchestra,
Tabernacle
at
yes.
Temple Square.
Bingo. Yes. So if you see Music in the Smoke Award, he's one of the bassists.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he'll play just all over with Ballet West or just whatever is needed. In
but mostly bass.
He's a bass player, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But he can play. He plays piano. He plays electric bass, acoustic bass, guitar. Like he sings. He is. In my day when I was more known, my identity was more tied with Christie as a musician, which I mean, I guess it still is, but I think it's expanded a little bit beyond that. But they would always say, Christie, you're the musician, and I'd say, like you're so talented and things like this, and I'd always say, I'm the hard worker. Sam's the one that's talented. That's my younger brother. He's
and
super
don't you
musical.
think that you can acquire talent too? Like I never felt like I was super talented at the piano, but I was dedicated.
Yeah,
I worked really hard at it, and so I got really good.
Yes.
I'm not to your level by any stretch, but I know that I could do it.
Yes.
And then if you pair the talent onto it, then it exponentially increases, I think. But at the same time, you can pretty much do it if you're willing to put the effort into it.
That's what that is the mantra of my life. That's and all that Peery is about.
Right.
The method that you said, that you participate in and that I wrote is just all about if you follow the steps and do the work.
Yeah, if you do the work,
you can do whatever you want.
Even at an older age too.
Yes.
That's the thing. Like I still teach my mother-in-law. She's 84.
Oh.
And I've taught her Peery stuff, and she's stronger. I mean,
really?
she's never going to be able to play scales at 152.
Right.
But she has gotten faster, and the biggest thing that I saw with her is that she can play chords separate. Like each note is like feels. It's the equal weight, and she's not playing her other two fingers with it. So,
which is hard.
Yeah, which is really hard. And especially when you started at later in life and stuff. And so it's really fun to watch her progress, because she's been able to just consistently do the stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the other reason why I love the piano or musical instruments too, is because it's not a quick thing. Like it takes years and years of dedication or many practices, many hours of doing it to be able to have that fulfillment. And actually it's the whole journey that is beautiful.
Yes.
Right?
That's what I think. And that's something that if I did have a talent musically, you could maybe tie it to anything, but for sure it applies to music, is I like that process. Like that's a natural thing. I didn't have to work for that. And I think some people might like have to experience it and gain an appreciation of that. They might not enjoy that process, the slow, like let's look out, 5 months, a year, 2 years.
Right.
What's my goal in 2 years? And then break it down into daily tasks.
Yes.
That's my jam.
And you're so good at that.
I love it.
You're so good at that. I know. And that's why I loved you too, because I love a process too.
A process.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
I know.
That's right.
That fern, man, I use that every single time. Like, it's the best.
Just break it down, right?
Yeah.
Anything broken down into the small enough steps, and you do it every day, you will. At the end of 2 years, you're in a different place than you were at the beginning, right?
Well, and I apply it, and you can apply it to anything, right?
Yes.
Like even this podcast, I'm just trying to be really consistent about it, and it grows, like now I'm getting quite a few more listeners, and it's been really exciting to see that growth because you're consistent, and it doesn't, and it has nothing to do with me, because I do everything I do badly at first, and then
we all do. Yes,
right?
we all do. Right, we all do.
Then you just get better from it,
That's right.
as you just consistently try.
Right. That's
and
right.
you just keep trying. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Well, good. Okay, let me ask you a couple other questions. So tell me about, because you did a lot of performances, and you've and a lot of people have problems with performance. We're always afraid of what other people are going to think about us. Did you ever experience any kind of, stage fright, any tools that you've kind of learned from those experiences?
Okay. Yes. So performing, and Yeah, I have a kind of a complex relationship with performing. One, I love performing. Just I like a microphone. I'm not kidding. If anybody ever asks me, I wrote like, "I love you." Yeah, I just love microphones. I like being on stage. I like attention. That part has always felt very natural to me.
Okay.
And I'm not
You're
nervous,
not nervous
about it.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
afterwards I'll be like, oh, I don't know that was so, because I just like, I love this, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know that I come, like, if people are enjoying it as much as I do, but I certainly enjoy it in whatever capacity. So then I was born into this family of classical piano, right? Competitive classical piano. That's specifically what my mom, like, that's such a tiny part of music. Competitive classical piano. It's a very niche kind of thing, but that's where she just is a monster.
Really thrives. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So I come into that kind of as Christie. I don't know. I don't know who I am. I'm a baby. And that's the environment I have. I think I naturally love music. I love process. I love performing. And then that was the way... That was the vehicle I was given.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just grew up in it.
And I grew up in it.
So it wasn't hard. It's because you were performing all the time.
Right. My first time of competing was when I was 3 years old. And my mom entered me into the Utah State Fair because they were living in Logan at the time.
Okay. Yeah.
And I wasn't playing the piano. I sang because I could carry a tune. I don't have a great voice, but I guess I got the personality, and she dressed me up and I won first. Like,
that's amazing. I love that story about you.
So she framed that, like the picture of me that was in the newspaper, first place, and it was against like rock bands. You know, the Utah State Fair could be anything.
Yeah.
And it was a little 3-year-old. I sang Zippity Doo-Dah, like had the intro. I had the snazzy things, and I got $25. There was a picture. I still have this framed picture. It's a picture of the newspaper, the check. Then I got a copy because I cashed that thing.
Oh, yeah. You used that, right?
I bought myself a bike.
Did you really?
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're like, do it, Christy. They let me keep all the money I ever won.
Yeah.
And then the blue ribbon.
Oh.
So I grew up with that in my room. Like, Christy wins first place. Like, we're going.
That's interesting. So you had that thought.
Yes.
Like implanted in you from a young age that Christy wins first place. But does that put a little pressure on you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Everything spiraled down.
Right? Yeah. Because you probably didn't get first place every time.
No, I did not. I did not. And so then you step into, then 5, I started formal piano lessons with my mom. Yeah. And I was still competing, and I did all these things. And now the world of competitive classical piano is really, really specific.
Yeah.
Right. So it's basically recreating this really specific domino chain of notes.
Right.
Exactly right. So you have to play exactly at the right time, exactly at the right speed, the accuracy of the right note, plus then add in all the musical stuff.
Yeah. Well, and on top of that, the judging is very subjective.
And it's very subjective.
Yeah.
Yes. So part of winning in that world is you've got to strategize.
Okay.
And learn how to outguess the judge. Like, what do they like? What's going to stand out?
So you would look at the judges, and you would know who they were and what they liked.
This is what my mom is
really good at it.
She's great at competitive classical piano.
Okay.
I don't know that there's any, especially with young kids, that there's anybody better. There might be somebody as good, but she just knows that game and she knows how to play.
That's
play
amazing.
It. And so, in a lot of ways, it was really great because there's a lot about my personality that fit into that. So I love to perform. I love music. I love to practice.
Love the strategy.
I love the strategy.
Yeah.
But the exactness was not healthy for me. No,
yeah.
No.
Oh, dear. So what would you say to a kid who is going through I had a really good student. He's doing so well.
Yeah.
And I know that last year.
I remember, was this the Shostakovich boy?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, he's a beautiful player. You were doing fantastic with him, by the way.
Thank you.
Because I heard him when you were his teacher. Yeah, fantastic player.
He's incredible. He's an incredible person too, and but loves what he does. Loves playing the piano. And so it was super super fun to teach him, but I just knew that I couldn't take him as far as somebody else could. So that's why I passed him off to Ralph. But last year he did not get even an honorable mention for his MTNA. And he was really frustrated, I think, because he had worked so hard and his pieces were incredible. But what would you say to a kid like that has come back, has worked so hard and come back with nothing?
Yeah. Yeah, this is why this world is brutal.
Yeah.
I'd protect that kid, first of all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can say, does he have a really genuine connection with music?
Oh, yeah.
I would protect him.
Yeah.
I wonder if the competitive classical world's the best place for him.
Yeah.
And if he goes into that, he has to have a lot of talking to, a lot of make sure his family knows that those results of competition don't hold value on his relationship with music or what he's going to do in the future or how great he is now.
And it definitely doesn't reflect your value.
No.
Yeah.
And it can get into your head and it starts messing with your identity.
Yeah.
And especially for the tender kids.
Yeah.
I think why I survived it is because, I just hit it harder. So like in 8th grade, I was homeschooled. And I started, so you take me out of regular social life and I just practiced 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
And that's who
you were.
That's who I was.
And that's what you wanted to do.
And I must say, I'm super competitive.
Okay.
So I could attach to that when I was performing. So how I succeeded in competitions wasn't because I loved music. It's because I wanted to prove I was better than you. I can do that all day long. That's not anymore. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Like, well, there's...
Okay. Well, you are better than me, but you know.
I mean, I'm not saying you personally, but that's
right.
Because if I went in vulnerable about how much I loved music, and came on the stage and said, "This means everything to me, and I'm going to show you who I am right now," there's no way I would have done that. There's no way. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Okay, so you had to go at it more of like, hey, I'm competitive.
Competing. It's like an athlete.
Okay, so what was your thought? What was your thought as you were going on the stage?
Yeah, that's how I could do it. That's how I could get over the fear of like, this is beyond, like, I don't have a great, I don't have a great memory. Like being able to memorize those pieces, and I've played huge pieces where you're playing complex music for, 45 minutes, hour and a half. That was torture for me. I don't naturally do that. Memorizing is an extra step. Some people are like, by the time I've played it a few times or, by the time I can play the whole piece, it's memorized. Not me.
Yeah.
I still can't memorize. If you ask me to go sit at your piano right now, I mean, I play the piano every single day.
Yeah.
Put anything in front of me, I can play for you.
Yeah.
I would sit at your piano right now and say like,
I have nothing. Yeah. I have probably 2 songs that I can play.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. But I sight read quite well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes those are, so I've always, that's a huge insecurity for me. Even now, I think like, what's my problem? Yeah. I am a professional musician. I should be able to, it's just, nothing goes in my memory and I have a good ear, but it's not.
Yeah.
I just get choked.
Yeah.
So maybe that's one of the things later in life I've always just wanted to know if I can unlock that a little bit.
Yeah.
But those precious kids who are leading with their love of music, I honestly would say protective. The other thing to consider with music in classical competitive, it's a world.
Yeah.
And for example, I can just say, my older brother, who was literally a better pianist than I was growing up. And we would, he hit that age of puberty. He grew, he's ended up being 6'4", and in some of the age divisions, because we were 18 months apart, we'd compete against each other.
Okay. How was that?
I beat him every single time.
And how did he feel about it?
Horrible.
Yeah.
And why did I beat him? Because I could wear the fluffy dresses and come out and be a cute little girl, and I'm a performer, you know what I mean? It's like, I could do the thing, and I'm going to beat you, by the way, you know what I mean? And he's just like playing his stuff. He's just playing his Bach, toccata and doing a great job, but he's gangly and he's all elbows and then the feedback you get is you don't win, like not good, and in those competitions, that's how it's set up. It's like there's one first. If you have 30 kids, they give 3 prizes. Yeah. So if you're recognized in the top 3, fantastic. And those others are like, I guess I got nothing. And in the meantime, you're by yourself. Yeah. You're doing stuff that none of your friends think is cool. Right. And it's just, it
can be really frustrating.
It's really frustrating. Yeah. The beautiful thing is in our day, that was the only way to get your name, to get your playing out there. That was it. You had to win. That's how you made a career. Yeah. You couldn't even, prior to that, you could even befriend a conductor and maybe then have a career that way. Right. But the only way you're talking to conductors when I was growing up in this world was winning competitions. Right. So you're playing to the judges in the sense of, I'm not showing you what I think about the music. This is what I'm learning later in life as I'm doing my own playing again. Is like, I keep telling myself, I can play this however I want. Like, what? Guess what? I can interpret. I can go slow here if I want, play this loud if I want. It's really hard for me to get out of it because I was so tuned to you do what the composer says and you do what you think the judge will like. Want. You're trying to outguess them, right? So but now like this boy, he can already record. He can get his stuff out there. True. He could go on YouTube. He can show clips of his playing on Instagram. You can get a whole fan base and a whole following. Yeah. Being exactly you.
Being who you are.
And not having to jump through. I mean, those hoops feel nice because they're external. Sure. Like in some ways. And if your personality fits it. Like, I really like that part. I was terrified. Eventually, that's why I stopped playing. Because when I stopped competing and it's just like, now go play on the stage, there's no way I'm doing that.
You didn't want to play like with an orchestra?
I love playing with orchestras. Okay. If orchestras...
But by yourself?
Yes. Okay. Like go be a concert pianist. Oh, yeah. There's no way I'm doing that.
No,
it's way too vulnerable. Yeah. There's no way I'm doing that.
I know. Just
I need to be compared. Like, and that's so unhealthy. I'm not saying any of this like lauding it. I'm saying that was messed up. It was messed up. Let's be honest.
It's kind of messed up.
I suppose I'm such a head case. You know what I mean? Like, but
but you learned a lot from that, and like you've made a good life, and it's not like I don't think you're messed up at all. I think you've learned a lot of things, life lessons from that, and you're like super humble about it too. That's one thing that I've always really admired about you because you are so amazing. Like I grew up listening to classical music all the time, and it was inspiring to me. It was motivating to me. I always thought I want to play like that. And so when I watch pianists like you perform the kinds of things you do, but you are so gracious for anybody and the way that they play and everything. So it's fun to listen to you talk about the competitive aspect of it in such a vulnerable kind of authentic way too. You've learned how to navigate life being humble and also being able to show who you are.
It's how it unfolds, right? It's just the way.
And be happy about all of it.
Right.
Just embrace it all and be grateful that you've had these experiences. So that's amazing. Yeah. I would say Walter is pretty competitive. He might actually really, he might have gone back. I haven't talked to him for a little bit, but he might have gone back and said, okay, well, I'm just going to hit it harder.
That's how I was. How I was. Yeah. And if you have your family, my family could talk to me in that way of just like, Christie, you've got this. Yeah. They'd say, you actually are the best. I mean, my grandma, it came from my grandma to my mom to me. Yeah. Like, you've got it. It's maybe honorable mention this time, 3rd place next time. I did not win first all the time. Right. But it's like, oh, Christie wins first. Yeah. Like, you just have to we're just going to try again. Yeah. And you're just going to keep showing up. And, and I did. And then once you win a bit, you become known as, you start getting that momentum of, like, she's the one that wins first. Even though I didn't win, I lost so many times. Oh, okay. So many times. Yeah. No, but this is the attitude you have, Becky.
That's right. You got to have that attitude.
First. I lost all over the place.
But it didn't matter.
No, because you just try again.
Just try again. You just
try
pick it up again.
And you have a good teacher. You do all the things. You practice. You practice. You love it.
Because you only have control over a certain amount of things. And so you have no control over those judges. And so you just do and so if you do all the things that you're supposed to do, then you win.
That's right. Right.
Every time.
Right. Regardless of what the outcome is.
Yeah.
That's right. And so, you just don't want it beating him down. Like if he's, I'm glad you said he's competitive, because if he has that a little, then you can withstand that a lot more than this one that's just going out and sharing his heart and then
and getting destroyed. Yeah, that makes sense. There's so many other ways to express yourself with music, and so just don't quit. That's really the message.
Find the way. Yes,
just find the way to do it.
That's right. There are so
and
many
he
ways.
does. I know that at one point he told me he wanted to go to Peabody.
Oh,
and so how would you what would you say to somebody who is wanting to audition for a elite university like that?
How I would plan backwards.
Yeah.
What? How old is he?
Maybe he's a sophomore. I'm trying to remember. I think he might be in between my two boys, so he's a sophomore.
Okay, so he's a sophomore in high school.
In high school. Mm-hmm.
So yes. So I mean, I could get into literal things, but yes, I'll just do general. He has 3 years, so his auditions will be in February of his senior year. I would look at the requirements right now.
I
would plan that out. Mm-hmm. So I would look at the requirements, see, am I playing at this level already?
Okay.
If not, he needs to start playing.
Step it up.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That level of pieces, whether those are the pieces he auditions with or not. Sophomore's getting close though. I mean, in all honesty, when you go audition for an elite university like that, whatever conservatory it is, that should not be your first rodeo with those pieces. Those pieces should have been so thoroughly vetted.
Right.
In the sense of, I've learned them, I've competed with them, I've put them away. I've relearned them, I've competed with them, I've put them away. I'm relearning them, I'm competing, and now I'm auditioning with them.
Okay.
I remember when Mary Lou Retton was a thing, and she was winning that perfect tens all over the place. And I remember in one interview, they said, how do you get the perfect 10? This is amazing. How are you so consistent? And she said, I got to the point, like my coach would say, I should be able to wake you up in the middle of the night from a dead sleep, put you in front of a vault, and you do a 10. She's like, it's just how my body does it now.
Yeah.
And so when you go to your Juilliard audition or to your Peabody audition and you're a little bit unsure, this is a new thing for me, that you're just setting yourself up, to not play your best.
Right.
So as a sophomore, I mean, let's see, I would have him start competing with his audition repertoire as a junior.
All the time. Yeah.
Right?
Well, and I think he is. I think that's
good,
pretty much what Ralph's been having him do.
Ralph would know. Yeah.
But
it's not, that's one of those things, right? Like you were saying, music's it's the long game. It's not
really
like,
is.
I'm thinking fall of my senior year, I might want to go to Juilliard.
And some people do.
Some people do. That is the truth.
Right.
That is the truth. That's not me.
No, me either.
That's not me.
And actually, and that could be fun. For some people, but I actually really love the journey.
Yeah.
And if we can get to that point where we understand that it's not the destination that gives us the joy, it's actually going through all this stuff, then you can just be happy all the time.
Yeah. Because that's sustainable.
Right.
A process is sustainable. This thing of, I freakishly couldn't decide to be a pianist. I did one of the teachers that worked at my school. He decided as a sophomore in high school that he wanted to be a pianist. And he did end up going to Juilliard. And in some ways, I do think after going through that process, and this is why I don't think my natural skill set is really attuned to competitive classical piano. Because for me, I hung with the gang, but they're a different breed. As soon as I got there and looked around the Fleischer studio, I was like, one of these things is not like the other. I can play all the things, because I'm competitive and I'm in practice and I could play as well.
Yeah.
But they their interior was attached to music in a different way, and they learned it. They didn't have to work as hard. They worked hard. I had to work so hard, to memorize. I couldn't, just the content part. I could play anything, but the retention, and they would all have perfect pitch. They can all memorize instantly. It's just it was too much content for me, too much really specific content. I didn't have a brain that could hold it. So I needed something, maybe jazz. I know. I must think that
could have worked.
I don't know, but I was never really. I love classical music.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, well, and it's just the way that you were brought up too, and how you were taught.
Hey
I just wanted to take a minute to thank you for listening to the Sunday Mom podcast. It's because of you that I'm able to get these great messages out to the rest of the world. And I would love it if you would share this episode or the podcast with friends and family that might need to hear this message. Be sure to also check out the blog at sendymom.com. And while you're there, sign up to subscribe. That way you can get all of the updates whenever I release a new episode. You can also screenshot this episode and share it on social media and tag at SendyMom and let me know how you are showing up being Sendy. It also really helps to spread this message if you review it and like it on your favorite platforms. This episode was just too good. So I thought I'm going to divide it into two. And if you loved part one with Christy, you are going to have your mind blown in part two. So come back and listen to the second part of our conversation. And coming up in that second part,
I did not know about this about myself. I'm super intense.
What?
But when you took away the piano, like the teaching and the playing, all that intensity, guess where it was directed? At my 5-month-old.
At your kids.
And I was not a healthy parent. Like I was approaching motherhood with him like I did my own practicing, what I expected from my students.
In the words of Eleanor Roosevelt, do something every day that scares you.